If you're a speaker, an author, a coach, and you're wondering how to attract more speaking gigs and sales automatically, then today's session is for you. Hi and welcome. My name is Evie Diaz, and I'm a strategic growth speaker here at Bizniversity.com. And Bizniversity is like university, except you drop the U and replace it with BIZ, like for business. And today we're going to dive into this topic because I'm excited to give you some great news. And by the way, I want you to stay tuned today because we are doing something special. We have a special guest with us, and we are also going to be doing a giveaway. So let me just explain so that you can see it. First of all, we depending on how many people participate, we're either going to be working with the StreamYard giveaway tool, which is right here. In a few minutes, I'll be giving a keyword. That keyword, you're going to insert it in the chat. And at the end, you want to stay with us because what will happen is that we're going to be giving away a free pass to our upcoming Bizniversity Sales Made Easy conference scheduled for October 13th. So please make sure that you stay with us because very soon I'll be giving away that keyword that you want to include in the chat. But if you've never joined us before, let us know who you are. Tell us your name, your positioning statement, your company. What do you do? What do you speak about? How do you currently get speaking engagements? How do you generate sales? We want to hear in the chat. And of course, as always, feel free to ask as many questions as you would like. If you're watching on YouTube, then make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so that you know when we're coming on and when we have a new video just for you. So now, hold on to your seats really tight because if you thought I had a lot of energy, we're in for a treat today because I actually believe I found someone who has more energy and is more enthusiastic than I am. Please help me to welcome a new friend to this Bizniversity broadcast, and that is Dean. Hi, Dean. Welcome.
Hello. Delighted and so excited to be here. I'm honored to be in your vortex. So I'm excited for today's topic as well.
Dean, do us a favor. Just like we ask everyone to share in the comments about themselves, would you be so kind of letting people know a little bit about you?
Sure. I'm Dino in Reno, or the Dean of Success. I am the VIP, charismatic marketing magician and people pro. And I work with speakers who want and need to have fulfilled events that are full of people and filled with real profits without any pre-existing list or leads or experience or expense, and super fast, fun, and free and easy peasy. So I just simply serve people and getting more of what they want.
I love that. Now, I'm going to ask you, how long have you been speaking and how long have you been around speakers, professional speakers, and all around expert thought leaders?
Yeah, I've been in the presentation art since I was literally a child, a toddler, professional full-time performer, a magician, stage illusionist, hypnotist, game show host, and it went and leveraged into the speaking business. So I've been on stage for well over 50,000 live hours of performing, 30,000 live paid professional presentations all over the world. So I've been doing this for almost 50 years, well, over 50 years now. So I keep forgetting I'm older than I look.
Wow, that's a long time. That's just as long as I have been around. Wow, that is amazing. Congratulations. Wow. And today I decided to have this conversation with you. And I appreciate that you said yes, by the way. And I'm so grateful that you're here. And I wanted to have this because I know that it is a topic of great interest to our experts, our thought leaders, our influencers that are speakers. And I wanted to have this conversation by first asking you, in your personal experience, or also as you know so many speakers, what do you consider the number one way of attracting more speaking gigs is, in other words, how do you, or perhaps some well known people that you know, attract speaking gigs or
I
speaking engagements?
sure. I think the answer is super simple, and that is, and not necessarily in this order, and that is speaking. Speaking gets more speaking. You get seen, known, liked, trusted. People love you. They hire you. They look at you and they go, "Oh, I don't need you to be sold. I'm already there." And then, of course, and in that, it's all about people. We've heard B2B, B2C, B2G, B to all those B to B's. Well, I think it's P2P, people to people. And so if you can get up in front of people online or off, and you have, you're at least good, you'll get more work.
I really appreciate you saying that because you're speaking the truth. If you want to speak, you have to speak
That's
and
right.
you have to practice speaking. I mean, for me, I am an email marketing practitioner, and I call myself a practitioner because I truly believe that every day I am practicing. And in my speaking career, I say the same thing. I have to be always practicing because the more I practice, and one of my affirmations is every day in every way, I am better and better. That's one of my affirmations.
Good.
And I live by that. And so if you're watching for the first time and you're new to speaking, or if you have been speaking but now want to increase your reach and your impact, the best way to do that is by speaking. And I'm going to go one step even above that. And
Sure.
what I mean by that is, I want us to really begin with the end in mind because I always say we must begin with the end in mind, or as I like to say, results. And so, one of the ways that I truly believe that we get more of what we want out of life is by, first of all, visualizing it and setting a powerful intention in our minds and anywhere that we can. And one of the powerful ways that I have been doing that is recently, especially by journaling and setting those intentions. Now, some of you may do it by meditating, praying, and of course, all of that with accompanied with actually speaking and practicing to speak. And it's very important that we set that first intention because, especially from the perspective of fear, and in Clubhouse every Thursday, we have been talking about this idea of fear. And fear sometimes stop people because we start believing all of our thoughts and everything we think. And it's not necessarily true. Would you agree with that, Dean? That not everything we think is true?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. We make up a bunch of cool stuff in our heads.
Absolutely. So, what do you think about this idea that even before we practice, whether it is practicing by being in front of a mirror, practicing by doing live like we're doing now, practicing by being a guest like you're doing in someone's show, practicing before we actually get paid even, how about this idea of setting up the right mindset?
Absolutely. No mindset, no nothing. Because everything starts, every thought is an idea, every idea is a outcome. So you have to, yep, starts in the head. Starts in the head.
Absolutely. And it's interesting. And the reason why I'm like more outspoken about this
Mhm.
is because recently I have been noticing that some of the online marketers, internet marketers, and experts that I follow, that are the two that I'm thinking about, a man and a woman, are actually eight-figure earners. They've been around for as long as I have, 15 years. I haven't been around for as long as you have. But I hear them now leading with talking about the mindset and this idea of how important the mindset is. And so now that encouraged me to understand that that is something that we have to work on every day. And I know that recently I actually invested a lot of money to work with a coach on just clarifying that idea of the power of attracting and getting what we want in life by setting those powerful intentions in our mind first. And of course, just yesterday in one of my speakers mastermind with Pegeen, who is one of my mentors, she said, "What are your daily routines to help you excel in your business?" And she meant our morning routines. And I said, "Well, first I got to prepare my mind for what I intend to happen throughout the day." And I think in our business is the same way. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. Action will outperform ideas and intentions alone every time. You can't just sit in the driveway, and wait and hope for the BMW to show up. You have to do something. And usually what that means, at least to me, is you must first foremost always add value, help other people, and then the results. You want to make more business, you want to get more results, you want to generate more revenue, help more people get what they need. It's that simple, I think, anyway.
You're 100% right. Who was it? That famous author and speaker who said he passed. His
Hmm.
name,
Zig
help enough.
Ziglar.
Zig Ziglar.
Yep,
Help enough other people get what they want, and you will get what you want.
that's
And
right.
that is so true.
Yeah.
So, if we want to attract more speaking engagements, first and foremost, what do we want to do? We want to, like we say, have the right mindset, speak more, and then seek to share solutions. I like to call selling sharing. And the more problems we have solutions for, the more we can share with people and impact and reach more people. Yes?
Of course, it's the only way. It's anthropologically correct. It's just how this information is shared. It is just the way it is. So yeah.
Absolutely. And I like that you said the whole thing about action, because I've also had the opportunity in the past to work with people who thought that the movie The Secret is just about sitting there and holding the intention and not having to do any work at all.
Right.
Well, that is not true. You know that. I know that. And you are who watching me or in the replay or here with us today, you know that we have to move forward, that we have to take certain steps,
That's right.
right? And in talking about the certain steps, let's talk about, where do speakers go to find opportunities to speak? Where would you say?
Well, there literally is hundreds and hundreds of places and ways, but one of them certainly is reach out to your first sphere of influence, your family and friends. Most people don't think of that. They think, well, who does my mom know? Well, the thing is, my mom knows people I don't know. She actually recommends and refers me all the time because she's my mom. She knows. I just did an event for 400 people. We raised thousands and thousands of dollars for charitable cause groups. We speak, preach, teach, nag. And it all happened because she simply knows somebody we don't know. So what I call, instead, not even low-hanging fruit, but the fresh fruit on the ground. So fresh, all you have to do is pick it up. Reach out to your first sphere of influence, that first circle. You'd be surprised. Brother, sister, mother, uncle, aunt, best friend, neighbor, that inner circle, and say, I'm thinking about speaking, preaching, teaching, nagging. Do you know, or who do you know? You're off and running to the races.
That's one of my favorite questions. Who do you know who? By the way, if you're watching us, please make sure that you share your thoughts in the comments, introduce
Please.
yourself, as well as ask questions. In just a few minutes, I'm going to ask the Dean of Success to help me come up with a word that you will then insert in the comments, and someone before the end of our session today will win a general admission pass to our Sales Made Easy conference scheduled for October the 13th. So stay tuned for that. Now, I like what you said. And, I want to say that when I started, I had a partnership with Constant Contact. I began speaking because I got trained
Mm-hmm.
on email marketing by Constant Contact. And so through Constant Contact, I was able to get many speaking engagements. And also, I then said, well, I'm speaking primarily to a lot of chambers of commerce. So then I said, why don't I start myself asking people that were already in those chambers, well, what other chambers do you know who would benefit from this? And I started asking for referrals. So the ask is very important. And write this down if you're taking notes. I believe you've heard the ABC, always be closing. I like to say ABA. Do you know what that stands for?
Always be asking.
Always be asking. What are
Yep.
your thoughts about that?
I love it. Listen, I believe it is our job. Listen, the more you ask, the more answers you'll get. And the greater chance those answers will be in your favor in one way, shape, form, or another. We teach an idea called become an askaholic. Literally ask so often and listen, you ask more, you ask 100 times, you're going to get a result for 100 asks. You ask 200 times, you're going to get a result for 200 asks. It's really that simple. We say that the task is to ask, and sometimes the T is silent.
And I love that you said that. And well, I don't know if I love that you said that. I know you said the T is silent. I caught that now late. Okay, okay. I'm going to let that one slide by. But one of the things that I notice, and you perhaps have noticed this because I've spoken to many speakers that have been around for as long as you have. You said
Sure.
about 50 years. And one of the things that I've noticed from working with speakers myself, because speakers are my ideal clients,
Mhm.
the follow up. And many times is the fear that they feel that they're going to get rejected. This is all in the mind. That's what we started saying about the mind gets in the way so horribly that they do not do any follow up and follow through. Has that been your experience in working with speakers?
Yes. Yes. What was the when you reached out, what was the first thing I did? I sent you a personalized, individualized, like 30-second video. It's just, hey, great to meet you, blah, blah, blah. Super simple. And that's the first form of follow-up. Listen, if you can send a text, go ahead, send a text. If you can send an email, obviously better. But if you can do all of those at the same time, send a Vmail instead of an email. What a great way to reach out and create a connection rather than just a point of contact.
I appreciate you saying that, and so true. When I was in one of our upcoming speakers, and I'm not ready to announce the speaker yet, but we have an upcoming speaker to the Sales Made Easy conference in October 13th, and I met Dean inside this other speakers group, and I said, and I'm going to say it right now. I said, I am wanting to attract speakers who have been getting paid to speak on stages, as well as speakers who have an online course or a membership that they're selling and they're willing to come and teach the audience members at the Sales Made Easy conference how to sell themselves to get more paid speaking engagements or how to sell courses and memberships online. And he immediately sent me that video email. Now, this is important, and I want you to take note of this for those of you that are watching. And that is, there are many different types of conferences like the Bizniversity Sales Made Easy conference. One tip that I'm going to give you, and write this one down, go ahead and sign yourself up for Google Alerts. Sign yourself up for Google Alerts and look for call for speakers. Am I saying it right? Call for
That's right.
speakers.
Call for
Yeah.
speakers. Mhm.
And you'll often get speakers, I mean, conferences that are seeking for speakers, and then engage with them via email. And of course, you know that that's my love, email, because I had found that email is one of the easiest way for you to sell yourself, especially if you do not consider yourself a salesperson. Now, the way that email works best is when you use it. And the way that you get a speaking engagement after you've applied is by doing follow up. Yes or yes, Dean?
Go figure. Actually connecting with people. And by the way, asking how you can help, asking if it's a good fit, asking all the right questions. So yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And here's another tip that I want to give people who are saying, well, what should I write? Well, if you're wondering what should you write, I want you to wonder no more because of course, this is one of the things that we're going to be covering in the Sales Made Easy conference on October 13th. We'll be talking about how to create content that converts in the inbox. And yes, I'll be giving away some templates to inspire you to customize and personalize your own emails because I want to empower you with the tools and the confidence to move forward faster in your business to obtain the results that you want and that you deserve. And that's important because many times we believe we deserve less than what we actually deserve. That used to be me. I used to think that, right? I no longer think that. And that's another thing I'll be talking about in the Sales Made Easy conference. And before we continue the conversation, what I want to do is I haven't seen any comments, but what I want to do is I want to ask Dean to please help me to come up with, and I'm going to share our StreamYard giveaway tool. Now, I'll let you know you have two chances to win. Today, we're selecting a winner, and this tool in StreamYard, the giveaway tool, will select a winner right before we close our session in just a little bit. And then I also will give you a second opportunity to win a free general admission pass to attend our Bizniversity Sales Made Easy conference on October 13th. Now, would you please help me, Dean, to come up with a they call it it's like a keyword, the match text. Let's come up with one for today. Can you help me come up with a word?
How about sales?
Sales. Awesome. And I want to welcome Jim Sakaria. Is that someone you know, Dean?
That's Jim Zacharias. Awesome dude.
Oh, please. Hi, Jim. Thank you so much for joining us. And so the word that you want to put right there in the comments is sales. And I have another one, Brett Goldstein. Is that a friend of yours, Dean?
Yes, indeedy, brother Brett. Everybody's a
Okay.
doctor in our universe. So it's Dr. Jim and Dr. Brett.
Oh, please. Hello. And thank you so much for joining us. And so we're going to put this here and we're going to start collecting comments. Okay. And we'll be back to that. So no one's put one yet. So make sure that you put your name right there inside the comments and also hashtag the word sales. And in just a little bit, we'll allow this tool to select a winner. What do you think about this tool? Have you ever used it before?
I know the StreamYard tool. I've played with, but I've never used it in a live stream. I have a wheel of names.
Oh, yes, we have. And I was going to tell you the other way that we're going to select. And just drop by. Okay, great. Thank you so much. And I see, stay with us because you have to be in it to win it. So you want to make sure you're here. Now, let me just share with you the other way. So, the other way that you can get your opportunities, a second opportunity in case you do not win today, is you want to go ahead and visit our website, bizniversity.com, which, by the way, you want to go ahead and do that anyway because this is the best way that we'll be able to follow up with you. So what I recommend is that you go ahead and visit bizniversity.com. You'll see this pop up, show up, and fill this form out. And it says, yes, I want to win a free pass. Okay. And then what will happen is that next week and every week thereafter, we're going to actually be using the tool that you just mentioned just now, which is the Wheel of Names, and we'll be selecting people from the Wheel of Names. So, perfect. What else did you want to share today as it pertains to what people can do to attract and also to actually get more sales online and also more sales by getting booked to speak?
I think it's easy. I know this is counterintuitive, but let me say it like this. Stop selling and start serving. Really serve your way to success. And when I go out for gigs or opportunities or speaking gigs, and the way we teach our community of followers is this. And that is, we don't look for gigs and bookings and contracts. We look for opportunities to serve, opportunities to demonstrate results and create value for people. Here's the thing. If you do that, sales doesn't require any effort because they come in instead of go out. It's pull, it's attraction, it's pull instead of push and cajole and manipulate and influence and persuade and all that stuff. If I help you get what you want, need, desire, and deserve, do I have to sell you on the idea that I can help you get what you want, need, desire, and deserve? It really is that simple. So stop selling, start serving, help people get what they want, and you will have everything you need. It really is that simple, I think.
I am in total alignment with you. As a matter of fact, if you're watching the replay or you're here live and this is your first time joining me, I'm Evie Diaz, strategic growth speaker at Bizniversity. And please check out our previous replays in our Bizniversity Clubhouse, because for 3 or 4 straight weeks, we have been talking about selling as serving. And more specifically, I like to also say selling as sharing solutions. And I like to call our products or services as solutions. I think of it as, what is the solution? How can I provide a possible solution? And so I want to encourage you to watch those replays by visiting our Bizniversity Clubhouse. Now, one of the easiest things for people to do, whether they use an email marketing software or not, I believe, is to create templates. And I don't know if you believe in templates. And here's what a template could be: very simple. It could be something you write in a Word document and something that you copy and paste immediately after a conversation, or immediately after you want to do a follow-up when you've applied to speak at a conference. And I know it sounds simple, and it is. The issue is that a lot of people do not do that. And then they say, oh, I forgot to follow up. And why did you forget to follow up? Because maybe you didn't have the time. If you have a copy and paste Word document, and you could have this for different scenarios of things that you do in your business, then all you have to do is tweak it. You customize it and you personalize it, because we don't want to sound like canned salespeople, right? But then you follow up immediately. What are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, I think first of all, it's time saving. And then to individualize, customize, personalize that content is essential. Obviously, you don't want to put here your name here. Thank you so much for joining us on blank date, blank time. But obviously, just because your time is best spent by serving people and not creating stuff to serve people. All of that stuff is sort of the getting ready to serve people. So you might as well just copy and paste, serve people, and get on with it.
Absolutely. And so as we're getting down the time, and I want you to give me a summary of your thoughts. If you're wondering about anything that we've spoken about today, this is the beginning of a conversation that will continue here in our Bizniversity broadcast live every Wednesday. And the reason why we're doing that is because we'll be bringing you some of the speakers, some of the partners, some of the experts that are involved with our 2022 Bizniversity Sales Made Easy conference. And the topics are directly related to a topic that is going to be covered during our conference. And today I wanted to bring this one because I'll be speaking on the power of email marketing. And I'm considering bringing someone who just is a huge resource. Actually, I have 2 people, huge resource for ideas that have been proven to work to help speakers get more speaking gigs. And they have created systems that are almost like mine. Copy and paste. I mean, hello world, Dean. We can do copy and paste every day, can we?
I can follow somebody else's. I don't have to make the mistakes that other people have made. So thank you, Jesus. I don't have to make those problems. Just follow the plan.
Absolutely. Now, let's go ahead and utilize that keyword that you gave us. And let me just remind people, if you're watching the replay and you want to have an opportunity to win either here on Wednesdays or on Clubhouse on Thursdays, except for this Thursday because I'm actually speaking at an NSA chapter tomorrow. So I'm not going to have a Clubhouse, but next week we'll talk on Clubhouse about sales prospecting. And Dean, I hope you can join the conversation along with Jim and Brad and everyone else who's joined us. Please join us next Thursday in Clubhouse. But if you're listening, by the way, to this in the replay, we will select winners every Thursday on Clubhouse from the people that register here. Now, if you're here today and you want to make sure we follow up and you're the winner, you still want to register by visiting Bizniversity.com. This pop-up will come in. And if you do not hear from us, then I'm going to go ahead and put the email, my email, because what I want you to do is just email me then. So if you don't hear from us automatically, because this is automation, then by all means, you have my permission to please go ahead and just email me. Now, before we select our winner for today with the word that you gave us, do you have some inspiring word, thoughts, or ideas that you could leave with our members here of Bizniversity community?
I would just say, if you want a super simple 3-step strategy for literally getting anything you want on command and demand, and this is perfect alignment with what we're talking about here today, and that is a super simple VIP 3-step process. Take me 30 seconds, and that is this. VIP. First, foremost, always and forever, add value upfront in advance. First, add value. That value has to do something. Generate impact for others. That is real results. And then, and only then, will you profit emotionally, spiritually, relationally, intellectually, and of course, as speakers and business experts, financially, right? So you got to stay in business. So add value that generates impact, and then you'll profit. The first thing, if all you walk away from today and every other day is learn the strategy of adding value upfront and in advance, you will always do better. If you add more value, if you help more people, again, are people more or less likely to help you back? It really is that simple. Add value that generates impact and then share in the profits. Hope that helps. Oops, your microphone's off.
I do appreciate that. And I do appreciate you telling me that my mic is off. Thank you so much. And I like that VIP. And let me make sure I type that there. And afterwards, if you would put what that means again for people that catch the replay, I would appreciate that. And now, if you just joined us, remember, we're going to go ahead and see who our winner is. Currently, we only have 2 entries. Help me here.
Entries? Yep, that's 2 entries. Yep. So hashtag sales.
Hashtag sales. We're getting ready to select a winner. Like I said,
fabulous cash and prizes.
Let's see who is the winner. Make sure you put it right there in the comments. Let's select a winner. It's 2 people. Okay. And there's more people watching, but only 2 caught that.
That's right.
And Brad, you're the winner. Please make sure that you register at Bizniversity.com. And please make sure that you email me. And I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of this so that I can remember. And I appreciate you joining us. And I appreciate you participating. Make sure you reach out to us because you have just won a pass for our Bizniversity Sales Made Easy Conference. It's a general admission pass. And I look forward to having you join us on October the 13th. And Dean, I want to say thank you so much.
It is my pleasure. Thank you.
Appreciate you. I appreciate your energy and enthusiasm. And I look forward to doing more things with you. Now, I'm going to put you in the green room for a second, and I'm just going to finalize with a few words, but stay put because I do want to say a few words to you afterwards in private. So stay with me for just a moment. Thank you so much. So once again, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Remember to tune in every week. Please feel free to email me questions that you may have about leveraging the power of email marketing to help you attract and capture more clients and grow your business, as well as if you have someone that you would really love to have speak at the Sales Made Easy conference. Please email me that too, because we still have one spot for a big keynote, and we want to attract someone that's really huge in the industry that many people want to hear from. This should be someone who is getting a lot of paid speaking engagements and can teach us how to get more paid speaking engagements on live stages and virtual, and or someone who is successfully selling online memberships and courses. Those would be our ideal people to be the speakers. So if you know someone like this, please reach out to us at Bizniversity. Now, I want to remind you that the replays will be available immediately. Therefore, you want to go ahead and check out the replay to make sure you did not miss anything. And like I said, today is a free preview of what's coming up in the Sales Made Easy conference. And it's also the beginning of a conversation that will continue with many different guest speakers and friends that will be joining us over the next few weeks, all the way till October the 13th. For now, I'm Evie Diaz, Strategic Growth Speaker at Bizniversity.com and the founder of the Bizniversity Sales Made Easy Conference. I appreciate you and I love to hear from you. Please feel free to reach out to me and let me know how I can serve you best. Thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your day.
Hello, my name's John Tenza, and I've been a success coach for the last 20 years. I've been a professional realtor for 30 years, and I've taken all kinds of seminars and truly have paid over $100,000 to other experts to help me become better at what I do. I can tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt that Evie Hernandez is in a league of her own.
I just finished a 3-day client attraction retreat with Evie Hernandez, and it was one of the best trainings that I have experienced.
Ease and really having something that is simple, that works. And that's what she gave us, simplicity, ease, the things that work. And it was just the most fantastic experience. And you've got to do it. You got to do it. Got to try it. Buy the replays. Whatever it is, make it happen.